Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and these are the Friday freebies. Now, I didn't get a video up yesterday, as I have told you. The kids are all in South Carolina at the Singing in the Sun, so I have been running the shop and the store, everything else by myself, so didn't really have time to get a video up yesterday. But Miss Presley came over and helped me this morning get some things organized and some new product put away. We got tons and tons of new products, so you guys need to go over and check it out. I know some of you had been asking about the new Tim Holtz stamps. We got 4 different ones of those in, so you can go over there and check them out. The store's always linked below, so I'll link new product, and then you can just see all the new product that we got. This was the digital for yesterday, and these are from my personal stash. These are really, really old. I think this one says 1945. Well, maybe all 4 of them are 1945. They're prescription receipts, like little prescriptions that the doctor wrote way back when. I cannot read that. Have no idea what it says. Tablets of something or another. But anyway, I thought you might enjoy these. I'm going to use these like to tuck in pockets and journal cards and things like that. I'll just cover the back. And then you also got these, and this also is from my personal stash. These are registered package receipts, like when you get registered mail, and these are like 1913. I can't see the dates on the other ones, but this one's 1913. That one might be 1919. I'm not real sure, but they're old, so I thought you guys might enjoy that as well. So I made those 2 sheets for you. You can go over, or you can go down to the link below, and you can go over to the blog and download those for free. Now, I made a sheet for my Buy Me a Coffee and my Ko-fi people. Now, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think this one is for Buy Me a Coffee. I don't remember which one I put where. But this is like old invoices made into tags. And then I put some birds and flowers on them. So that one, I believe, is in the Buy Me a Coffee. This one just went out to supporters and members of Buy Me a Coffee. It did not go out to the public. I don't put them out to the public too much on that account because it goes crazy. And I think if you're a supporter, then you definitely need to get the freebies. I try to give you as many as I can, but I don't think just anybody in the public should be able to go over there and just download those, because I want to give you guys that are supporting me something a little bit special. I don't want people that are just trying to get something free to be able to go around everywhere and just get freebies. That may sound harsh, but you know, I just like to pay you guys back that are giving me a little bit of something. Now, this one was put on the Ko-fi, K-O-F-I, channel, and I believe I did make this one public. The only reason I did that differently is because my Ko-fi, I have just opened that, and right now I'm just trying to get people in. Not necessarily I'm trying to get people to donate, but trying to get people to follow me there. And so I'm giving a few freebies that are public, but then after a while they'll go back to private too, where only the followers and the members and supporters will be able to see those. These are old different kinds of receipt. This one is Eastern Telegraph Company. Some of them I can't. Let's see. Richard Lloyd and Sons. Some of them I can't read. Borough of Wolverhampton. Don't know. But anyway, they're old receipts, and I enjoy sticking these in my journal pockets too. So I thought you guys might like those. So go pick those up. I'll put my Buy Me a Coffee and my Ko-fi link below. They usually always are, but I'll put them below so you guys can grab those. Now, what we're going to do today is we may use some of those and we may not. I know sometimes I give them out and then I don't use them, but those are pretty simple on how to use. I thought today what we would do is do some little bags. I need some little bags for some journals, and I haven't made any in a while. So I thought we would start making a few. Now, I'm using just a digital, just on regular copy paper. I have already cut one just so I would know how to cut it, because sometimes my mind just goes whoop. These are some Florentine paper digitals that I printed off from Etsy, I believe it is. But I'm not going to use very many of them because most of them are kind of bright, and they're a little bit too bright for some of the journals that I'm making. But I'm just going to pick out some of the lighter colored ones. Now, I definitely do not like the Florentine digitals as well as I like the regular Florentine pages, but, you know, right now I don't have any regular Florentine pages, so beggars can't be choosers, right? Now, that one printed wrong, so, and that one did too. Some of them printed this way, and I couldn't get them to turn, even though I tried every way I could, but I think those are a little bit too bright, so we're going to put those aside. And I'll probably use some of these pages. These are Cara Brandon pages. I'll probably use some of those. I think those are pretty. A couple of different ones, maybe a blue and a green. I'm going to use that. That's one of Alicia's digitals. And then I may use a few of these. These are from the E-Club kit for April. So there's that one. I think we'll do maybe this one. And that should be enough to keep us busy for a while. I think I'm going to start out with that one. We'll see what happens. Now, I have to look at this to see which way I fold it. All right, the first thing we're going to do is take this top part, and we're going to bring it over about 3/4 of an inch past this one. And you'll know why I'm doing that in just a minute. Just going to make sure that the sides are even. See, we've got this little flap, and then this flap is going to turn back over this way. Now, these will be clip-ins. These little bags will clip on, so you'll be able to see both sides. You could glue them down if you don't want to see both sides, but I want to see both sides of mine. Then I'm going to turn this up. Right there. And then this one up here is going to turn, it's going to turn down. I'm just trying to see how far down I'm going to turn it. I'm about like that. Okay. So let's show you that again. This went over this side about 3/4 of an inch. And then while I was over here folding this down, I just went ahead and folded this bottom up. Then I flipped it back over and I folded this top down. And you'll see why it has to be folded in different directions in just a second. Now we're going to do some trimming, and this is where I have to really look at this because I'm used to trimming the other direction. We are going to, I want this to be the front. Yes, I want that to be the front. We're going to trim just a little bit out here, but on this top part, we're going to go straight up that score line where we scored it there. And then this little piece is going to come out. And I can barely see that score line, so I'm going to see if I can do it a little bit deeper. Maybe I can see it a little bit better. When you get to that other score line, just do a little thing like that. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now this part up here, you'd think, well, let's cut that off. We're not going to cut it off. What we're going to do is, and here again, I'm going to fold it again just to make sure that I can halfway see it. It's very, very faint. Okay, this we're going to cut right down that score line as best we can. I may have it a little bit off. And if I do, I'll correct that in a minute. So see, we cut that just like that. Now, we're not going to cut this piece off. No, no, no. Okay, I can see that I need to trim this a little bit more. So I'm just going to barely trim it. like that. Now, since I cut a little crooked, you got a little white part under there. So I'm just going to put a little piece of book page behind this. You don't have to do this if you can cut straight, but I can't cut straight. So I'm just going to grab, hopefully I've got one in here, a little piece of book page, and I'm going to glue that down right there. Just something to keep it from being that white in the background. And I'll show you another reason that we're gluing this down. I hope I didn't get glue there, and I probably did. Don't glue on your page like this. Don't do that. Okay, if I get glue on my page, I take my little powder tool and I just wipe across it. Now we're going to put this down right there. I'm going to start at that little score line, and I'm going to bring it down this way. And you'll know the reason why in just a second. Okay, that powder tube cleared all of that up. See? We can see that now. But this piece, I don't want to cut out any on this rose. You could just bring this down and cut some of that rose out, but I don't want to lose any of my rose. So I'm going to leave mine as is. And then I'm going to glue this down right here. I think I just had a grocery delivery or something out there. I heard them. I probably need to go get that. I don't know if I have any meat in it or not. Okay. So we're going to glue that down. And that's just going to glue right to that. Okay. Then this is going to glue around. So we'll flip this over and we're going to glue this down. And we're going to glue this down. Okay, so those are going to be, whoops, I didn't glue that straight, did I? Sometimes you can pull it back up, even if it's art glitter glue. There we go. That looks better. Okay, we're gluing those back here because this is going to be the back of the pocket. But look how beautiful that is. To me, that looks just as pretty. It looks like this has actually outlined the pocket or the bag, so I don't mind that at all. I think I called it a pocket, but it's going to be a bag. Now, you see, you've got your little bag here, and then that covers the top there. Now, am I going to round it, or I'm going to round it. I was going to cut it at an angle, but I think I'm just going to round these corners, if I can. They're still wet, so. Okay, so we got that rounded. Now, in order for this to stand out a little bit more, I'm going to ink that. Just so you know that that's the top of a pocket. Like I said, if I didn't have that rose that I didn't want to cut off, then I would angle it down just a little bit. But I don't want to lose my rose, so I'm going to do that. You guys, my kiddos are I told you they're in South Carolina at Myrtle Beach at the Singing in the Sun. It's a big convention that they hold every year. And Melina just messaged me and said that they had just won the showcase, which is a big, big deal in Southern gospel music. It is a big deal. So they were just floored and beyond excited, and they're about to go on what she called the big stage where all of the big entertainers go. So her and Erin both are beside themselves. Erin messaged me and said, Nene, we won. So I said, okay, y'all are rubbing it in. So next year I will be there regardless of what. The store will just have to close. I'm going. I wanted to go so bad this year, but we had so many different things going on, and I just felt like I needed to stay here. But next year, no, I'm going. Okay, thought about putting that there. That's just some little stamps I got. I think I will. I'm going to decorate this one real quick, and then I'm going to go get my groceries in before the dogs decide they want to grab them. All right, let me go get my groceries in, and I'll be right back. Haven't got them all put away, but I got the cold stuff put away, so it'll be good. Now, I don't think this one needs much since I have the flower there. So I think I'm just going to put a label maybe down here. I don't think I need to put a lot on there. I don't want to take away from the flower. Let's see. Maybe a Tracy label. Let's do one a little bit darker. That kind of blends too much. What about that one? Yeah, I like that. Even though it says tree, it doesn't matter what it says to me. It's the label. These are Tracy Fox, and off of Etsy, and it's Love Junk Journals, I do believe. It's the name of her Etsy store. Now, I get my labels from a lot of different places. Melina makes labels. I mean, sometimes I remember to mention where they come from, and sometimes I don't. So, if you ever wonder, you can always just message me. And I am very far behind on answering any messages on YouTube. I'm sorry. I have been, as you know, I've been fighting with Facebook and trying to get everything settled there. So, it's just been a little bit of a crazy madhouse. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to that side. I love it. And what it will do is, now let's make sure, you know what? I didn't even measure before I did this. Yes, it's going to fit. I started to say, let's make sure it's going to fit in our journal. I don't have a journal right here with me right now. I've got like 4 or 5 that I'm packing up and getting ready to ship. So we'll just make a journal page. And what I would do with this, now if you wanted to, you could glue it down like that. But I don't want to lose the back of this. So what I will do is I will take it and put it on here and clip it. Clip it right there with one of my clips, the Tim Holtz little clips. And then the person that gets it can take it out, put it in, whatever. You'll have a pocket, and then it'll be clipped on. Now I'm just going to put a little label back here, and then that's probably going to be all I'm going to do to this one. Let's just put that, and it will almost look like that it was already on the page. Sometimes I like to go with similar colors, and it makes it look like that it's already been on that page and, you know, printed in the page. Even though I do put a little bit of ink around it, you don't have to do that, but I want it to stand out just a little. See, it's similar to the page, so it kind of looks like that it might have already been there in the digital. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. All right, so there is one finished. These are quick and easy to make. And if you've got lots of different pages that are just laying around, it's a good way to use them. Okay, this one is out of the eClub Digital for April that I did. And I'm going to do it again, just like before. I'm going to fold it over just a little bit. And then this is going to fold back over. I like to put it this way so I can kind of see where I'm folding. Aaron just texted me and said they had won. They were the biggest singers. Bless his heart. He gets so excited at this. And I know, I mean, it is to him, it's the biggest deal. Which to me, it's a big deal too. But you know what I mean. Oh, Lordy, I'm not folding that anywhere near straight. There, that's better. I'm so glad that he's got something that he looks forward to and enjoys. Okay, we're going to fold that up just a little. I don't want to lose my clock, so I'm just going to fold it up a little bit. And then we're going to flip it back over, and this one's going to fold down. Okay. And if you forget how these are folded, just go back to the beginning and you can... What I did is I just cut one, and then I have it laid out here, so I just know how to cut them, or I think I do anyway. I might forget here in a minute and I'll get started talking and forget all about how I'm cutting. But now when you're coming up this side, just make sure that you come right up that score line. You don't want to angle it. You're going to leave this piece on, but you're going to cut this little corner out like that. And then you're going to cut this one off. You see, this one folds up and this one folds down. Just keep that in your mind. The one that folds down, you're going to leave on, and the one that folds up, you're going to cut off. And let's see if we can get that score line in better so I can see it. And then just cut that at a little tiny bit of an angle. All right, so there we go. Now, you are not going to cut any of this top off. You're just going to slice down through here. And this time, I'm going to try to slice pretty good. I'm going to try to slice a lot better than I did before. No promises, though, because I can't see these lines too well. Even though I'm supposed to have 20/20 vision, sometimes it's hard to see the lines. Let's just flip it over this way, Edith, and you can probably see it better on this side. Silly girl. Cut right up to the line that goes this way. Okay. I think we did better. Oh, yeah. See, it still matches up. Now we're going to cut this little tiny piece off here. All right. Oh, I like that. Now, we'll go ahead and glue this down. And if you want to, you can put some book page here. I'm trying to think if I want to cut that at an angle. I don't think I'm going to, so I'm just going to leave it. On this one anyway. We might on some of the others, but I think on this one it'll be okay like it is. Now, sometimes when you fold it over like that, you have this little bit hanging over. Just trim that off. And now we're going to flip it over, and this is going to get folded up there, and that's going to get folded up there to close our little bag. And these are going to hold all kinds of goodies. Cute. I love that. And see, you really can't even tell. It just looks like a page. I mean, just a regular page. But we're going to ink right here, just so that you can see that that's where the top of the pocket is. Now, if you want to, you can punch a little pull in here. You can do that if you want. I am not going to, I don't think. Am I going to? No, I'm not. Because I'm still going to be able to put things down in there. I'm going to go ahead and round off these corners. And put my ink on them. You could also reinforce this if you wanted and glue some paper on the back side before you close it. And I love the back, so I'm definitely not going to do anything with that. I don't want to glue it down. So there's another one. See how quick and easy they are? So if you've got lots of papers left like this that are just, you know, pieces from different kits that you've used, then use them. Use them, use them. It will use them up, and it gives you lots of pretty embellishments for your journals. I think I'm going to put, since this is kind of plain, I think I'm going to put that down. and maybe even wrap it around and then put something else on top of it. Now let me grab a glue sheet so I don't mess up again. Oh, that makes me hungry. Okay, let's put part right there. Then I'm just going to fold it around. The other part will go on that side. Okay. Then we can put something here. So what do we want to put there? So what about one of these stamps? And I got these from a sweet friend, so I don't know where she got them, but I absolutely love them. Just got to find one that doesn't take away from any of this. So I think this one's going to go well with this. So I'm going to put it about right there. And hopefully I can get it on straight, because you can't pull these back up once you get them down. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm going to put a little label or something up here at the top, and I think that will be all that this needs too. I love that dove on there. Let's see, we really need the label over here. Well, we need the label over here, but this, I don't want to cover all that up, so I think I might just put it there anyway. I was trying to think if I wanted to put little brads in it. I don't think I'm going to, not on this. I think it will be fine just like it is. Hopefully I got it straight-ish. Okay. So there is that. Let me look at it. I don't think it looks too lopsided, like I've got everything over there. Maybe not. With this dove, I think it'll be okay. And then on this side, I think I want to put something right here. This doesn't bend, so we'll put something right there. Let's see what we got over here that would be a good choice. I just love that piece of paper right there. I might put that down. It's got the white down here. I don't know where exactly this came from. It's a little advertisement from Mason Jaquin June, I guess. I don't know. I think that's in foreign language and I can't read it. But I like it. I don't know where it come from, but we're going to use it. And I think I'm just going to put it right there. Just simple, simple, simple. And close it up where I can't see that food anymore, because that makes me want to just stop and go eat. Oh, we got in about 150 of those yesterday, so I think we're well stocked up again. Okay, that's maybe pretty good. Okay, and I don't really think that needs anything else either. I think I'm going to leave it. So there's another. See how quick they are to make, and they're going to be so cute in our journals. Now, you do not have to make one the full size of the page. If you don't want to use that full size of the page, then don't worry about it. You can cut the page down, but I kind of like them that size. They still go in my journal, and they'll hold lots of goodies. And this one I love. It's got the blue in it. Alicia knows that I love the water. And if you want to make them shorter, you can always fold the top over more. We'll make this one a little shorter. Okay. Now I have to turn it this way and get started, because if I cut the other way, I forget which way I'm supposed to be cutting. So I turn it this way and get started going here. Cut this little corner out. And then this one that turns up, we're going to cut that off. So I'm going to flip it where I can see that. I'm glad you guys told me to flip it over where I could see it. Oh, speaking of you guys, I put up a post last night on my Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube, and asked you guys to give me some ideas of some of the things maybe that you've just got laying around your house that you would like to see something done with. If I have some of that, which I probably will because I've got a little bit of everything, I will make something out of it for our journals. Okay, that's going to work there. Now what I'm going to do here is, since I did cut a little bit off, I am going to cut a little bit of an angle in this. Let's see, which way do we want to go? I don't know which way I want to go. I'm going to go this way. See if I can do it. Okay, that works. Now we're going to put some book page or something down there. So let's find some book page to glue there. And I'm just going to use some of this vocabulary. My granddaughter was telling me this morning, Presley, when she was working, she was just a little chatty Cathy. And normally she doesn't talk much. She's just not one of those kids that does a lot of talking. But she said, she was talking today and she said, Nene, I just love vocabulary words. And I said, you do? She said, yes. She said, I just love learning them. The more and more I learn, the more and more I want to learn. She said, I absolutely love it. I said, well, I'm glad, because knowing, vocabulary and knowing different words is a good thing for you. It'll help you in your future. And she said, I do. I love it. She said, at night sometimes, she said, I just sit with a dictionary and look up words and look up their definitions. And she said, then I try to use them in sentences and stuff. I said, that is fantastic, baby. She is such a smart girl. Such a smart girl. She's like her daddy. She's smart. Okay, that's going to be there. That's going to be there. I like that. Just a little hint of that showing. I'm going to go ahead and ink this while I got it open this time. And I've got a little bit of a little tiny bit of something right there. So let's go ahead and glue this down. It absolutely turned cold overnight. I couldn't believe it. Yesterday I was running the air conditioner 90 to nothing. And now today it's cold enough you could run the heater if you wanted to. I haven't turned it on, but you could because it's cold out there. Okay, then we're going to wrap this around. Doesn't Alicia do a good job on her digitals? And I know I'm bragging on my kids, but I think that's what our kids are for. We're supposed to brag on them, right? If I don't brag on them, who will? I think my kids are the best, just like you guys think your kids are the best. Everybody should think that way. Okay. Oh, love that. Love it, love it, love it. I got a little piece right there. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we've got the mountains, we got the water, and we got the grass. And let's see, I think on this one we'll use our other punch. This is the tag punch, and it punches tag corners. And I am just going to cut that like that. We have both of those in stock. In the stillness, that's the truth. To me, I could sit out there by that for hours and days and hours and days. I love sitting by the water, just thinking. One day I'm going back to Montana. Every time I think about the mountains and the water, I think about Montana. Been a long, long time since I've been there. All right, now what are we going to put on this one? You know, I thought about some of that greenery that we put on the other day. No, I don't think so. That kind of competes with that. I know what I need, a bird. I need a bird. Do I have any birds cut out? I do have a few, but I don't know if any of them are going to go. I think they're all turned the wrong direction. Well, I don't think I have any of my other birds cut out, so I'm going to trim this one out and put it down. I've got other birds printed, but I don't have them trimmed, I don't think. Okay, I don't think that one's going to be too small. I thought it might be too little, but I think it'll be okay. And I'm just going to sit it on that grass. Yeah, looking over in that grass. Something over there he wants to take a bite of it, doesn't it? Now let's see if we have a label that can go up here. Let's do that one. I like that. Okay. And when I put this in the journal, I may add more things. Right now, I think that's all I'm going to add. And then on this side, I don't know if I'm going to add anything or not. Let's put that stamp there. I like it, and it's got that bird on it, and it's got a little stamp on there. And it's got a little bird's nest. Okay. Now, I'll probably put a label or something on that when I start to put it in the journal. But I think for now, I'm going to leave it because I don't know what journal it's going in exactly. All right, guys, that is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I didn't use the freebies, but I don't always use the freebies in my Friday videos. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, these are pretty self-explanatory. All I would do is back these with something and have them ready to go in my journals as journal cards or whatever. That's what I'll do with these. But I just wanted to do the video for you guys, and I needed some of these bags to clip in some of the journals that I've got ready to go. So there you go. We will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for all of your insights, all your suggestions, all your comments, your likes, your subscribing. Buy me a coffee, everything. I appreciate you guys so much. You don't even know how much I appreciate you. I wish I could give something to each and every one of you, but that's not financially possible, but I would love to be able to. If I ever become a multimillionaire, I'm going to send each one of you a bunch of money. I know that's kind of silly, isn't it? But anyway, we will talk to you guys later.